No, this week was the best week that I've had in a long time. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is more of a reflection and sort of like something that I wanna make sure that I reflect on and work through with you. Because I've had, this year overall has been quite difficult for me. I've had to overcome quite a few obstacles in the classroom, behaviors, some academic obstacles as well. And this story is the story of me getting my mojo back, getting my stuff back, feeling like myself. And it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, it feels really good. And teaching is a art. Straight up, it's an art. It's not something that you can learn in school. It's not something that you can read out of a textbook or read about online. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to tweak. You've got to understand nuances. You've got to understand the age of the kids you're teaching. You've got to understand each one of your students and how all of that plays into your classroom climate. And every year is completely different. What worked one year will not work the next always. And you just have to change. Every year has to be different. You have to change, you have to adapt, you have to transform yourself and how you interact with kids. And that's just the name of the game. And I finally got to a place now where I feel like I'm back. Long story short, I was dealing with some extreme behaviors in the classroom from a student who I wasn't able to best meet his needs here in the classroom. And not going to go into detail, but he struggled socially, he struggled academically, he struggled emotionally. It was very difficult it was just very difficult, and but in every aspect. And we did a lot of interventions, and we finally have something that I think will be best for him. And he, anyways, he is going to be instructed elsewhere, and that is what's best for this classroom. That's what's best for him, and it's what's best for me as well. And I'm really actually excited. I think that he will do quite well where he is going to be receiving his schooling. Now that student has his needs going to be being met elsewhere, my classroom climate has changed dramatically. When you have a student or multiple students that command so much of your attention, other students start to act out because they also want your attention. And students that might have been just fine, all of a sudden they're acting out, and you think, why? And so, anyways, classroom management, relationship with my students, it's at a good place right now. And this was the first week in a very long time that my biggest concerns and my thought process was always and only about academics. I wasn't thinking about, okay, can I do this lesson because will that child or these children be able to do that with their behavior or their emotions, or socially will they be able to interact with each other? No, it was straight up academics. It was, wow, that exit ticket didn't work, let me try something new. And we did so much work this week, and it felt so good. Nothing feels better for me than driving home feeling like I put in a hard day's work where I'm like exhausted because I taught so hard that day, right? So my kids are excited to learn. We started hardcore guided reading groups. A couple weeks ago I did a video on how I do my guided reading groups, and I've got them excited about their data. They want to be a D level reader, which is the end of the year kindergarten benchmark. They want that. They get excited about that. When I pull out the stack of books, I'll pull out whatever level they're on. They're excited to read a new one, and it's just really exciting. With my small group instruction, it's back. Kids are doing it. They're loving it. I've struck a really great balance with work and social play. And kindergarten is different now than it was when I was in kindergarten. It was mostly play, and now they've pretty much eliminated that. Kindergarten is how first grade used to be, to explain it simply. But I've started integrating more play and more social interaction in my classroom, and that has done wonders. I mean wonders. So one key change that I've made is the very first thing that we do when we get to school is to eat their breakfast. And after they're done eating their breakfast, they are able to choose a play area center to do. Legos, computer, blocks, art, whatever they want to do. That's the first thing they do when they're at school. So their very first interaction of the day is something positive. It's I get to choose a play center and I get to hang out and talk to my friends. And so if they're coming in a bad mood, or they're having a bad morning, or they didn't get enough sleep, they have that time to work through that before I'm demanding them to do academics. It's not sit down, do your work. It's pick a center and play. And I get to, it gives the kids that come in late, they don't miss anything. They come in, they see everybody's playing. Hey, come on in, get a breakfast if you're hungry. If you're not, choose a center. It's very calm. I got music on in the background. And then that just starts the day off on a really nice note. And I'm able to do one-on-one conversations with my students. And then we roll right into our whole group instruction and then our guided reading, and it's just a good flow of the day. And this took me all year to figure out this flow of the day, and it's tweaking it, and it's, you know, and I want to say this because just because I had a great week this week does not mean the rest of the year is going to go as smooth, right? Things change, kids' attitudes change, stuff happens at home, personally for you and for your students, and things change, and you have to adapt, but this was just a good week. And sort of my message, or my bit of advice, something that I had to do myself, was persevere. If you're having a rough time, persevere, get through it. Always focus on what you as the adult can do to change, because we can't change how our students come in and feel, but what can you do? And when I finally made that switch, when it was less, when something went wrong, it wasn't, oh my gosh, my students today, I can't believe they did blah, 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 or they just can't do this, or they're acting like this. Ask myself the tough question. Was my lesson engaging enough? Was it fun? Did I have enough positive interactions with my students? Do I have a good relationship with that child? Focusing on what I can do better, and not just what I can do better, but what can I do? What are the adult actions and the things that I can do? That really has done wonders. And it's a mental switch, right? Like, we always think when stuff goes wrong, the very first thing, especially when it's, you know, nobody got the lesson today. The first thing is they just are not ready for it. You know, we have these thoughts of what did the students do, because we look at their work, oh, they didn't do it right? But we don't always think, what can I do better? What did I do wrong? What can I change? And when we can start thinking in that way, we can definitely make more impact. And like I said, we can't control other kids. We can't control how they feel. We can't control how they act. But we can put things in place to get them to where we want them to be. And yeah, I mean, it just feels really good. So I want to just update you. Like, I just feel so good about this week, and my students are starting to become more extrinsically motivated. Like, I have a treasure box where they can get rewards out of, but they don't ask about it anymore much. It's really the real prize is learning, and I'm trying to help them see that, and slowly but surely we're getting there. It's a really awesome, amazing video on my colleague Real Rap with Reynolds on his channel. Himself, myself, and a couple other male teachers were asked to collaborate on a video called Why Men Should Teach, and it's on his channel. And go check it out, show it some love, comment, like on it, share it on social media, please. The editing is so well done, and the message in that video is so powerful. More men need to teach. And if you're on Facebook, please share that video. Try to get more young men interested in going into the profession. We want this video. It's well done. I'm really impressed by the editing. Like I said, I'm an editing nerd myself. But the messages that were conveyed in this video were so powerful. I finished watching it last night, and I'm sitting there getting all hyped and pumped up myself, and it was just really amazing. So if you want to check it out, link is in the description below. Please share that video. Let's try to see if we can get it going viral. It's a very positive message that young men need to hear, that yes, you can be a teacher, and you can make a positive impact. So please share that out. That would mean a lot to me and the other men who were involved in the video. So thank you so much for watching. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.